Ty Bartell with a very special player profile as we go into the Falcons' nest of the Austintown Fitch High School community. With their volleyball team, one of the senior captains, Jordan Smith, joins today. And Jordan, how are you doing today, I guess, first and foremost? Let's start there.
I'm good. Yesterday we took a loss, but I'm not letting it affect how I'm feeling today. I'm ready for practice. I'm ready to go into it.
When you look at this season, though, Jordan, it's been a great season for you. 255 plus kills for you now on the year. I think you rank in the top 25 in Division One as far as that stat category is concerned. And I saw you build from going to junior varsity to varsity, and you just continue to get better, continue to put work into your craft. Talk about your journey getting to where you are now and just seeing it all pan out.
It's been a long journey. I don't think anyone really realizes how long it's been for me. My dad and I were actually just talking about that on my senior night. I know going into my freshman year, one of my goals was to make varsity. I ended up on freshman my freshman year. And then my sophomore year, I went into junior varsity. And I feel like even those 2 years were just very detrimental to like who I am today as a player. And it's just taught me to work hard and keep pushing towards my goals. And so I feel like it was a good experience to play on those lower level teams. And now playing at varsity, it's everything I could have hoped for. I just love the intensity of it. I love playing with my teammates and just great players around the whole state. Just love it.
And I love the way that you speak so highly of your teammates as well too, and you speak so confidently as well when you're on the court. When it came to be your time too, your senior year, you're elected one of the captains. You had to step in the role of being a leader too. What was that experience like for you? And I guess what was your leadership style, and how did you step into that role so confidently?
I always knew that this would be the year that I had to step up, especially with Jocelyn Jordan leaving. She was a great role model for what a leader should be and what a teammate should be. And that's what I wanted to be for my teammates. I'm a very positive person, so I think I bring that to the table, just really checking in on my teammates, whether it's on the court or off the court. I'm constantly just trying to be a positive light and really help everyone be the best that they can.
Before we keep going forward chapters, I want to rewind it real quick to the first chapter. Where did this volleyball journey begin for you? I know I saw you in the junior varsity and the freshman ranks, but I gotta figure it might have at least an interest was peaked prior to that.
Yeah, I actually started in seventh grade. 2 weeks before my tryouts, I didn't go to a single open gym. I was like, Dad, I think I'm gonna go try out for volleyball. And my dad, he played sand, so he was like, okay, I think you should go for it. And he was actually my coach all the way up until my senior year. So I think he helped kind of spark that little light in me for volleyball. And as soon as I stepped out on the court, I fell in love with it.
It sounds like your dad has played a huge role in this whole volleyball journey, and I see him. I get a chance to talk with him at all your games. I don't know if he misses many
No.
any at all. So how has that been having him there? And I guess I didn't even know he played sand volleyball. So having that experience, I know it's a little bit different sand to court, but
Yeah.
still that mind I'm sure is great to have right there in the house all the time.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. I think he's been great just being in touch with me mentally too, checking in on me that way. I know there was a couple times where I was like, Dad, I don't know if my hard work's gonna pay off. I don't know. And like he just kept me going. He's constantly been like, Jordan, keep pushing. Your hard work's gonna pay off. Like he's just really pushed me, and I think he's made me the player I am today. Honestly, he hasn't missed a game I think since my seventh grade year. He comes to everything. He's just very involved, and I couldn't be happier to have someone like that.
Looking at your volleyball career into this point, it's been great to see, and hard work does pay off, as you can see. Every team is unique year in and year out. What it about this team is so unique and so special playing with this group?
I can't say enough about this team. I think the team chemistry that we have is just amazing. Everyone wants to see the player next to them succeed. Everyone just wants to see you go far. We got these volleyballs for my senior night, and all my teammates rode on it, and everyone was just like, I can't wait to watch you in your future. And they're just so invested in you as a person and as a player. So I just think it's that investment into each other that just really makes it unique. And they're absolutely hilarious. So I think it's really fun to be with them.
You've also been blessed to have really good coaches around you in your high school career too, both with Coach Bartlett and now Coach Herberger as well. What's the difference in dynamics between both of them, and what made both of them unique and help your career personally?
Coach Bartlett really pushed me. She told me what I needed to do to get to where I needed to be. And I think her putting me as a DS, I got so much in the defensive aspect. So it made me a very versatile player. And she always pushed me to be that six rotation player. She put me on the right side. She really showed me all the positions. And I think that opened me up a lot as a player. And then Coach Herberger coming in this year, she just showed her investment in me from day one. She kind of made me fall back in love with the sport a little bit too. I love showing up to practice. I love playing at games because she's just constantly just her investment into me. She's so positive. She's constantly checking up on me, texting me. She's really pushed me to try to get a college career too. So I think she's just amazing.
You look at the entire experience, and I think you have a really good mind for it, Jordan. And the fact that you look at the whole experience and you realize these certain experiences have helped shape who you are today, too, whether good or bad. And I think that's a very mature mindset. But looking at that, I guess, is there a certain piece of advice, or are there certain pieces or certain quotes or certain things that someone's told you that really stick out along this whole journey from anyone, any coach or anything really?
Um, I hear a lot from Coach Herberger this year, especially, that I need to focus on what I can control and let what I can't control just let it handle itself because I do worry a lot. Like that's just something that I like happens to be what I do. And she's told me it's calmed me down. It's helped me in my games instead of focusing on 20 other things about what I'm doing wrong. I think it really helps me focus on what I can control in the game. And even in my life, I use that as my life advice now. So just focusing on what you can control.
You talked about the interest in exploring a college career in the sport too. What are the current plans after senior year? Are they kind of up in the air? Are we kind of just floating day by day, seeing where it takes us?
Yeah, so I've known I wanted to play college from a young age. So I've kind of just been pushing towards that. I definitely want to play down south. Um, so we'll see where that takes me. But I think I'm just gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna go in for business. So
I could be a little bit biased, folks, but I can absolutely vouch for having a Jordan Smith on your team too. As she said, played multiple positions, very versatile, and is able to do it all over the court. Looking at this team, you guys are successful once again. You've won a conference once again in the AAC. It's 4 consecutive years for Fitch. You've been a part of some of that success. What's it mean to just kind of carry on that legacy of what this volleyball team and program has been the last few years?
it feels great. Fitch volleyball is just something different. Everyone knows Fitch volleyball, and I think that legacy that we do have, it's just an honor to be part of that and to carry it on. You really just want to push to carry on that legacy because it is just something special.
Between volleyball, softball, and I mean, heck, basketball and the girls' side has had some really good years as well in the last decade or so.
Yeah.
The girls' sports at Fitch have really been kind of carrying the torch of being successful programs all the way around. Does that mean something to you and the rest of the team, knowing that the girls' sports at Austintown Fitch have kind of been the flag holder as far as success is concerned the last few years?
Yeah, it does. It means a lot. Because I think women's sports can get overlooked at some point. But to really just carry on, I know we have multi sport athletes on the volleyball team. And I think all of the girls' sports have just such a strong bond. And we show up for each other no matter what sport they're playing. And to watch your teammates succeed wherever they are is just amazing. So I think that strong bond that we have just really pushes us.
I know you're volleyball full time. You absolutely love the sport, but you talked about multiple sport athletes. So if there was another sport that Jordan Smith was going to explore, what would be the sport you'd kind of dip
Uh,
your toes into?
I think I would 100% run track.
Do the track too? I mean, there are a lot of good track stars
I
that have
know.
come from this area as well.
Yeah.
I talked about your volleyball full time too, and if I'm not mistaken, Nova is your other team that you play for as well.
Yes, I actually switched clubs this year because
Okay.
I have a recruiter, and so it's out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's called Empower, and so I'm gonna be playing for their national team this year.
So you talk about the experience prior to that and then the experience this year. What has that been like in comparison to the high school scene? I know it's obviously a different scene too. So compare that to the high school scene. What's that experience been like for you and helping you develop as a player?
Club is amazing. They really push you in your off season because it's all girls. You're paying to be there, so you're paying for every practice, and I think they really push you every single practice. They break down the skills. Nova was really good at that. Their practice plans were great. That's what really I think broke down my skill over the off season and helped me push as a player. Even just playing in tournaments there, these girls are insane. You're getting them from all over the country, and you have some of the top recruits that you're playing against. And I think like it just kind of pushes you because you want to be where they are. You want to be like the best that you can be. So I think it pushes you because you're playing with a bunch of these top girls around the area.
Looking at all the competition that you've played with and against too, who's served as kind of, I guess, a role model for you as a player or one that you've looked up to? Maybe not to try to emulate, or maybe you have tried to emulate some of what they've done, but who's some of those players that you've kind of looked up to in the sport?
One big one was Jocelyn. That's my best friend, and I just remember literally from a young age in middle school, I was like, I can't wait to play on the court with Jocelyn Jordan because she just is such an energy and it's such a unique energy and great teammate to play with. She's constantly picking you up. I would hit one ball out and she'd be right there by my side after telling me it's okay, like get the next one, you got it. And she would celebrate everyone else's successes just as they were her own. And I think that was just so unique about her was how she was just there for everybody and was just such a great teammate. And her play speaks for itself. She could put the ball down, and I think I just saw that, and I was like, "That's what I want to do. I just want to be able to put the ball down like Jocelyn Jordan."
Well, I mean, I've seen what you've been able to do, and you've been able to smoke some down to the hardwood, and it's been a fun season to watch what you've been able to do. Now, I mean, you're in that seat too, where the young kids now and the middle schoolers are looking at you girls, and they're saying, "I want to be like Jordan Smith when I get older. I want to be like that and get on that varsity court." What's some advice you'd give to those middle school girls, to those younger girls in the sport about if they want to stay in the sport, they want to get to that high school level? What's some advice you'd give to them?
I would say to keep pushing. It doesn't matter who believes in you. It doesn't matter if at the end of the day you're the only one that has your back. I would say keep pushing and believe in yourself because that's all it takes. It's just one person, and that's you.
And I mean, you look at what you've done in your career, it's been absolutely amazing. I want to take a step aside from the volleyball. Let's look at Jocelyn Jordan, the person, a little bit too. When we look at your school career too, I mean, you have, I think I saw 3.9 GPA. So you're pretty good in the classroom too. What's the favorite subject though?
I would say English. I love
Who's
English.
that was one of mine as well too. But who's your favorite teacher there? I know the English department's got a lot of great teachers.
Um, my favorite teacher for English would actually be my this year's teacher, Miss McCutcheon. She's just an absolute sweetheart. I love her.
I remember having Mrs. McCutcheon as well too back when I was in high school. Tuesdays with Maury was a huge
Yeah.
book that we did it in that class as well. Looking at the after wins, what's the favorite place to go after big wins? Is it a sweet treat or is it a eat out spot?
I honestly would go for a home cooked meal. My mom's Italian, so she makes some good
Oh,
food.
so what's the favorite dish?
Probably chicken Alfredo. It's my
Oh, yeah,
favorite.
no doubt, no doubt too. She got the homemade sauce as well. She whip it
Yes.
all up. Oh man, home cooked meals are the best, no doubt. Looking at your favorite brand as far as like sports drinks or anything like that, what's your favorite pregame drink, or do you just stick with the old H2O?
I always get a Dunkin' refresher. A
Which one?
strawberry Dunkin' refresher.
The
Strawberry
strawberry?
with green tea and less ice.
The specific order as well too. The Jordan Smith special. No doubt. Jordan, looking at as far as everything that you've done in Austintown as well, it's been so fun watching your career. And I mean, we can't wish you the more than enough as far as the best of luck is concerned in your college career as well. We hope that you do nothing but succeed. Before I let you go, though, I can't let you go without giving a shout out to all your supporters too. So I want to give you that opportunity. Shout out the people that have been there for you, that have made you who you are and got you where you are today.
I'd like to thank my parents, just the constant support, the 45-minute drives to club, all my club tournaments that you showed up to. I don't think you guys missed a game in literally forever. So thank you for constantly showing me support. My coaches, these three coaches, there's something special about you. The coaching that you given me, the kind words, the constant support is just something I haven't experienced in a coaching staff. My club coaches gave me a chance to really go out and push myself, especially in this off season. I had Coach Caleb, and he was just really just a kind person and very supporting. So those are who I'd like to give my shout outs to.
Well, Jordan, we again can't wish you more than enough luck as far as your future is concerned, as we are so excited to see where you end up and what you do as in your future years. As this has been a very special player profile with Austintown Fitch senior captain, outside hitter, Jordan Smith.